Well, the New York Jets have their new coach. Robert Saleh will be the head coach of the New York Jets in 2021 and beyond. What's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today we'll be talking about the New York Jets making their hire of Robert Saleh tonight. The news just broke. I was working, and then I was like, okay, after I finish up work, I gotta run up, record this video, which is exactly what we're doing, is my pure reaction, and it's absolutely exciting. I'm really excited about this hire for a lot of reasons. He was obviously brought in here, and both him and Arthur Smith seem like the front runners, both on everything we've heard so far online and from some inside sources that we've heard from. It seemed like it was Arthur Smith and Robert Saleh who were the finalists, and they interviewed both of those guys. But what happened was, so on Tuesday he comes in, we have the crazy guy in the bush at Jets camp, which is nuts but amazing at the same time. So he's there, he sees that he's there on Tuesday, and then yesterday on Wednesday he was still there meeting with the owners, and everyone was upset when he left because they're saying, oh, if you can't leave, he's not going to come back, which isn't true. He did go to interview with the Eagles and then somewhere else. I forget where. It might have been out in LA where he went to interview. It doesn't matter now. But the point is, they wanted to also talk to Arthur Smith, which I was completely fine with. I thought, hey, you got to narrow your list down. And they had decided to go with Robert Saleh, and you should be excited about him. So what are you getting with Robert Saleh? Well, he was the defensive coordinator of the 49ers. In the last 2 years, they've been a top 5 unit. And obviously, when they went to the Super Bowl, they had some big name guys on that team. But this year, some of those big names are still there, but there was a ton of injuries on that side of the ball. They lost Nick Bosa. They traded away DeForest Buckner. And what he was able to do was he was able to get a lot out of guys who were either late round draft picks or not someone who was a regular starter for them, which is something that I'm excited about. And what you'll also get from him is a ton of energy. This guy is a high energy guy on the sideline. He gives off the impression that he could be a CEO type, which is exactly what the Jets are looking for. He's basically the polar opposite of Adam Gase, which I talked about in past videos, but essentially what the Jets like to do when they hire new coaches, they go from one to the other. We'll go all the way back to 2001 when the Jets hire Herm Edwards, players coach, loud, boisterous. He leaves in 2005. 2006, the Jets hire Eric Mangini, quiet, more of a authoritarian kind of guy. He gets fired. They go to Rex Ryan, who is a coach, a players coach, and loud, boisterous. They go to Todd Bowles, a little more reserved. So I would say he's a player's coach, but not polar opposite personality. Then the outlier was Gase, with who the hell knew what Adam Gase was. And then Robert Saleh is high energy guy, someone who's going to excite the players and has a good reputation around the league. And this is something that you could absolutely be excited about. The thought of Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh running this team is very, very exciting, and we'll see what happens because this is a huge offseason for the New York Jets, but we know who the hire is, and it's one that a majority of Jet fans are excited about. And the notion that this guy's a defensive coach and that this is a bad hire because they had to hire an offensive guy would be a mistake, because he is likely to bring one of Mike Kafka, the quarterback coach for the Chiefs. I would say that one's probably the least likely, but the two that are very likely, Mike McDaniel, the run game coordinator and Kyle Shanahan's right-hand man for the San Francisco 49ers, or Mike LaFleur, who is Matt LaFleur's younger brother, who is the pass game coordinator out there in San Francisco, and we know the kind of offense and success that they've had. To me, I also think this hints at Zach Wilson in the draft. I'll do a much longer video on that, but he would sure seem to fit in a San Francisco-like offense, but I digress for a second. But it's exciting times if you're a New York Jets fan. You should absolutely like this hire. I think it's a high upside kind of a hire. Like I said, he gives off the CEO vibes. It's someone that he should win over the fan base in his opening press conference. Yes, that stuff actually matters. Adam Gase's opening press conference was absolutely abysmal, but he's going to come in. He's going to say the right things. He's a player's coach. And interesting fact that I just found out, he will be the first Muslim head coach in football in the NFL history, which is pretty cool. Do you hire someone just because of that? No, but that's a nice thing. It's cool. That's a cool thing. So it's a little history on top of that too. I'm excited about him. I think he was due. He's been in the league for a long time. I was with the Texans for a long time. Was with the Seahawks for a long time as a quality control coach. And then he finally got his job with the 49ers, and he did a really good job there. So you know what? I think a majority of Jet fans are going to be excited about this, as they should be. I personally am also very excited about it. So we'll see what the next moves are. We're going to find out what his staff's going to look like, but initial reaction's a good one. Jets fans should be happy with this one. Almost anything was going to be an upgrade over Adam Gase, but gotta like Joe Douglas's first big test, hiring a coach. It seems like consensus-wise, he made a pretty good choice. So let me know what you think of the coach down in the comments below or on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you next time.